Hi, my name is Matt Hyland. I'm in HBA 1, but my fourth year here at Western, and this year I'm running for USC President. Friends, people. I've been here my whole life. I still hang out with my buddies from high school. Many of them are here now, so I get to hang out with them a lot, and my friends from Western, so that's probably the coolest thing about London. Well, the way I've always looked at it is I've run for things in the past. I ran for Senate a couple times and Med President, and I did all kinds of stuff that way. And there's a point where you kind of see yourself going that way, and I don't really like that. I usually try and be myself as much as possible. I always think that I like doing the job. I like being a senator. I like getting things done. Helping it that way. And I always look at election period as that 2 weeks of the year where you have to put on a bit of a political hat. But you won't be able to do the other 50 weeks if you don't do well for those 2 weeks, and that's what we're in the heat of right now. And so these couple weeks maybe I seem that way a little bit, but I'm usually pretty average and pretty regular guy other than that. Russell Crowe, I think, because I'd like to see his reaction. I'd like to see what he'd come back with. Probably something pretty serious. Well, I don't know. I come from a business background, and I look at the USC finances, and they're in not very good shape at all. Running a deficit on the way there right now. I think that's really tough because you can't do everything else the USC does if that's not there. It's the water that floats the ship, and without it, I think it's very difficult. I don't know if the USC can do what it does for students and continue it if we continue on that path. So I feel like, although that may not seem like the most glamorous thing or the most biggest thing facing the USC to many average students, I don't think it's always the role of a president or an elected official to do what's convenient and politically great. But if that's what is, I think that's the biggest need. Like Andrew Jackson. I like Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson, anything you read about him, he's didn't take any crap from anybody. Straight shooter, always got things done. And if you read about him, there's a lot of interesting stories about when he was campaigning for president. He was from the backwoods, Tennessee at the time. Really interesting historical character, very controversial in his time. But you look back and he's a pretty cool guy, and I think he's regarded as a strong and good leader. Yeah. So how do I psych myself up? I guess I just try and prepare. Just try and make sure I know what's going on and know that I'm not going to try to not be surprised. And if I am, just do my best to fight through and come out with the end result that it's the best I can.